The eyes are the window into the soul. If this is true, then the camera captures that eye and the soul exceedingly well. According to Vertov, the camera has the capacity to reveal an unseen world to the audience, making the invisible visible, the unclear clear, the hidden manifest, the disguised overt. In the films Evil Dead 2 and Taxi Driver, we explore the mental decline of two individuals and how the sets and architecture working in tandem with the eye of the camera help showcase their decline. In Evil Dead 2, the protagonist, Ash Williams, travels to a log cabin with his girlfriend and accidentally unleashes evil from a possessed book. From then, we follow his subjective point of view as he deals with this evil. As director Peter Hutchins argues, the eye is the principal organ for horror cinema. In this film, we see how Ash's surroundings are changed into something sinister and foreboding, reflecting his own decline into delusion. The cabin's layout also parallels the internal state of the protagonist. The film uses the cabin as an isolated site of release for repressed desires. The cabin manifests these unsanctioned violent or sexual urges through its physical layout, a creepy yet initially safe main floor against a hidden mayhem-inducing basement, and inherent purpose, a place to party, drink, and have sex. The cabin lulls Ash and his girlfriend into a sense of false safety while untold horrors are looming in the dark basement. The same tool is used in Taxi Driver to show the descent of Travis Bickle. In Taxi Driver, our protagonist Travis is a lonely, jaded taxi driver obsessed with cleaning the mean, dirty streets of New York. Travis thinks of himself as a hero, a vigilante, who is alone versus the world. As we follow Travis, we see New York through his eyes. It is dark and depressing, claustrophobic and crime-ridden. Quote, "The film's New York contains no street festivals or familial celebrations, and Travis, shot in tight close-ups and usually alone in frame, is more alienated, closed in, and solitary than any of the Italian-American wise guys that inhabit films like Mean Streets and Goodfellas. We see New York how Travis sees it, and this allows us to sympathize with his character. Not that we excuse his actions, but we feel that we can get a glimpse into his mind." Both films use frontality or gazing back to break the fourth wall, creating a striking impact. In Evil Dead 2, we see Ash in the laughing scene going insane, laughing and staring directly into the camera. In Taxi Driver, Travis directly addresses the camera in the now infamous "You Talking to Me" scene. Both scenes show how isolated these characters are while also lowering the veil between cinema and reality. As theorist Andrew Moore states, setting is not so much a geographical location as a plastic rendering of the protagonist's interiority. Acclaimed critic Roger Ebert said of the "You Talking to Me" scene, "It is the last line,
well, I'm the only one here,
that never gets quoted. It is the truest line in the film. That last line summarizes the main theme of the film, the loneliness of isolation that Travis feels." According to Filmish, the spaces and places that characters inhabit are of crucial importance. Locations are inherently loaded with meaning. This is true of both the eerie cabin in the woods of Evil Dead 2 and the seedy underbelly of New York in Taxi Driver. Haunted house movies are always interesting as they present us with spaces that are prone to metamorphosis and agitation. The evil in Evil Dead 2 often has a direct impact on Ash's environment, crashing into windows, breaking down doors, and changing what he sees and hears. These add to his deterioration as he cannot trust anything anymore, even his own senses. A compelling similarity in these films is the use of a car as their place of safety. For Travis, his cab is the only place he can be alone, stalking his prey, protecting New York. He feels in control behind the wheel. For Ash, the car represents his safety, his escape from the madness of the cabin. Both of these characters use their cars as sanctuaries from the outside world. A lot goes into making the films we watch, from the characters themselves to the environments they live in to how they're portrayed on screen. It all culminates into something we love: cinema.